scan the QR. Please do not share the link with anyone else. A special request, because last year we ran out of cloud credit because it was being misused. So I hope that it's been used for the one who is joining us today only. And if you are not want to use it, please don't redeem it. And if you are using it, then please make sure that you are using one particular email, not multiple email. So multiple email can means multiple claim. Try to use a Chrome profile to open. Oh, okay. Try to use a Chrome profile to open a new profile uh, to redeem it. Then you will be able to access your Google Cloud platform credit. Okay, so yeah, I give you a few minutes first. Okay, we also have Mr. Yongkang here. So thank you so much for joining. So without further ado, I would like to pass the floor to him. So yeah.
Thanks, Samsu. Thank you so much.
Sir, you are mute.
Oh, he's on mute, I guess.
Oh, so sorry, guys. I hope you guys are all good. Enjoy the day. And my name is Yongkang He. Very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm a Google developer expert and also Kesuga.ai founder. I created one of the most popular cloud native in the AI community. Today, we are not just talking about the chatbots. We're going to diving into. Did I type the mute? Diving into the future of agentic AI and showing you how to build your very first autonomous AI agent. Okay, let's get started. Did I share my screen? No, I didn't. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Make sure I'm sharing the correct screen. Is that all good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's continue. So before we start, let's look at the scale of our community. Kesuga.ai has grown to over 200,000 nodes. I would say we are literally running the largest Kubernetes cluster in the world. So on the screen, you can see, our meetup groups also pretty big, and plus our Cubestrom LinkedIn page, astronaut, etc. Yeah, if you haven't followed us, please join us. We are pretty much united by the passion for the cloud native and the AI infra at scale. Okay, so a little bit more about myself. I've spent 20 plus years in the IT, and I hold probably over 60 multi-cloud certifications. And I've worked across literally all the major cloud platforms. Google Cloud is my favorite. I also work on other cloud providers. My journey started with the infra side. I did not start as a developer or software engineer. But over the years, I'm shifting my focus. Yeah, and especially nowadays with the AI coding tool, literally everyone can be a developer, okay? So, yeah, very happy to be here. So let's continue the journey. On the screen, as you can see, I'm literally at one point, I'm part of all the cloud community, but you don't have to, pass all the certifications to be part of all the community, but you just focus on whatever you like, and it can align to your can align to your interest. Okay, so my focus is AI workloads, how to redefine our ability to execute in the modern cloud era. So a little bit more information about my passion on the multi-cloud. So forget about the rest of the cloud for now. Yeah, I did 8 Google Cloud certifications. I just keep learning all different area, literally cover all different area. I haven't done all Google Cloud yet, but there is a plan. I might be able to do all the Google Cloud certifications. Yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of inspiration. Technically, you can do it as well, and especially if you guys are a lot younger than me, you can do it. Okay, let's dive into today's session. So as you can see from the screen, the landscape is shifting from more simple chatbots to sovereign agents. There are systems that don't just process unstructured data, and they can execute code, they can interact with a SQL database or the vector stores, and it can call external APIs autonomously. Think of the agent node as a brain, okay? And the tools, or different tools at the hands to help you to support the whole system, okay? So what's the difference between the generative AI, typically most likely used as a chatbot, and the agentic AI systems? So if you look at the screen, you can see the generative AI is stateless and it predicts the next token to give you a poem, for example. The agentic AI, on the other hand, is stateful. It follows a reasoning loop, a reason to plan, decide what tool to use, and then take the action, and finally also observe the the whole life cycle to say what went wrong, how to fix it. So the key insights here is the chatbot pretty much can tell you about a flight, but the agent actually can help you book the flight. That's the huge difference here. So to build these, we look at the foundation layer, especially from a Google Cloud. On the bottom, you can see you got the foundational layer. So especially Gemini, the models is very powerful, super powerful. You guys might hold the news just within 1 week. Is that last week? Yeah, Google just announced the latest model 3.1 Pro. That's the most powerful, large language model. And also from the foundational layer, you can see the vector search database, also part of the Google unified agent platform to build the foundation. And if you move from the top, you can see how to build the agent. That's the build layer. So there are multiple ways to build the agent. So one of the popular one is the agent use the agent development kit, or short as ADK. Also, you might be able to use the agent garden. Basically, that's a lot of the agents pre-built based on the open source framework. You might be able to just leverage to fine tune, to leverage to build your own custom agent. And where to run the agent, in the middle, you can see Vertex AI agent engine. That's where you are running your agents. So it actually can be serverless runtime. There is session state, memory bank to keep the data for short term and also for the long term. Also, you have the code execution sandbox, etc. Move to the right hand side, you can see the whole platform it's very important. You need to have the related observability and the security tool built in to be able to govern the whole platform. Make sure it's secure and avoid the potential threat from other attackers. So this is the full stack approach to ensure your agent is secure, observable, and also scalable. So let's look at an example. On the screen, you can see, let's say you're going to build a travel buddy or travel agent. So what you need to define is the role or the goal, what you are trying to achieve. So for example, you're going to plan the itinerary and book the travel. And also the specific instructions also very important. Example listed here, do not hallucinate the locations. So we empower with Google search. We can empower the Google search for grounding for the latest update, and also you can have the pre-built connectors to integrate with other third-party systems. So for example, like a Salesforce, Jira, or other enterprise systems to make it truly useful in the enterprise setting. Okay, so yeah, this is a diagram to show you how the ground search was in use. You can integrate with Google search to find the latest flights, find the latest hotel, for example. Also can be leveraged the Google Maps platform to be able to find the real-time the world latest knowledge. And also, for example, for the travel specific, you might want to know the visa requirements. You might want to say, is there any events is running during that time? And from the customer function tools side, you can see on the screen, the left bottom corner, you can see there is a sample example defined function tools here is check the flight availability, like your dates, like the destination, etc. On the right-hand side, we mentioned earlier, you got the pre-built in enterprise connectors to allow you to integrate 100 plus all different applications, which is pretty cool. So on the bottom, I forgot to mention, if you talk about the whole life cycle from the design phase, and then you move on to the build phase, and once you build the agents, you're going to deploy. So finally, you're going to observe, make sure everything is running fine. So after you build, most likely before you deploy, you want to do some testing. So one thing we need to be aware is traditional the software is deterministic. So either pass or fail is binary. So in the agentic world, the agentic AI actually is probabilistic. So the agents might choose different paths to solve the same problems. So while we are testing, we are evaluating, we don't just do the unit tests. We should do the trajectory analysis to see if the agent actually used the right tools in the right order. And that's how we evaluate the agent system, rather comparing to the traditional software we are building. So once you it works on your machine, typically you build in the agent. Is that question? Or yeah, if you're not asking question, yeah, please mute yourself. So most likely when you develop the agent, you build the agent from your local machine. And once it works on your local machine, it's time to move to the production system. Google Vertex AI agent engine provides the managed infra for you to run the agents. There is no complex Kubernetes configurations at all. It scales like the rest of the Google product with low latency, reasoning, and secured VPC, IAM boundaries, etc. So this is how it looks like. You build, you test your agents locally, and then you can deploy to the Google Vertex AI agent engine. So one thing very important, where are we going to store the session state? So that's where the memory is what makes an agent feel, like a human. So how we distinguish between the sessions and the short-term, for the sessions, basically, it's mainly for the short-term, storage. And you might, from the chat, you ask something, and you get the reply. There is a short-term, storage. That's where you use the sessions. And on the other hand, the memory bank, it's more for the long-term personalized context. I don't know if you guys tried the Google Gemini app. It also allows you to personalize the context. That's where, for example, you want to, for me, when I want to write a LinkedIn post, for example, I will ask Gemini, I put the personalized context, say, always help me including the related, relevant hashtags. So that requires the memory bank to store the long-term data, okay? So your agent should remember that you prefer, for example, I'll sit, and your budget could be less than $500 across every conversations. That's the storage, the state management looks like. Either use the sessions or use the memory bank. So very important, items listed here is a multi-agent orchestration. So as agent gets more complex, they need to collaborate. So using the agent-to-agent protocol, or A2A, it's a manager agent can delegate the task to a specialist. For example, you might want there is an orchestration agent, that's the manager. You want to delegate the task to a research specialist, or maybe delegate the task to a creative writer or a transaction agent. This standardized interface enables the interoperability across the different frameworks. Yeah, that's just a high level, what's the agent, how to build the whole life cycle. The last but not least, you need to have the observability and the governance built in. And so when things break, you need to know why. And the Cloud Trace lets you to pinpoint exactly where a timeout occurred. Was it a RAG, a retrieval, or the Gemini reasoning, or could be the API calls. So basically, you can set the alerts for the error rates and monitor for security threats, like prompt injections. So that's where the governance, the observability is also super important. So I just do, this is just a very quick introduction of the how you are going to build, when you are going to build the agent, what it looks like, the whole life cycle. So to make it simple, and let's do something real. So I put together a few most relevant hands-on labs listed here. Depends on your experiences. You might choose one or the other to do the hands-on lab. So the labs actually, it's a self-guided. You got a step-by-step to guide you to complete the tasks. And also you already saw the QR code earlier. you got the $5 Google Cloud credits. You can try pretty much all of these. You can try, but some of the QR code actually was using skills, Google skills. Okay, and the other one might use the Code Labs. And yeah, two of these use Code Labs. One of these also use the what's the one we use Jupyter Notebook. So one thing very importantly, I put together these are the relevant labs can guide you to build your first agent, either via the Vertex Agent Builder or via the agent with the ADK. Also, how to build and deploy an agent with an agent engine in Vertex AI. One thing that's the fact is in the AI world, things are moving so fast. I find out some of the labs actually, some of these actually not very accurate. The thing is the UI already changed, but the labs might still refer to the older one. So that's where you need to be aware of that. Try to see. So with that, let me actually, I can walk you through a little bit, and then the rest of the time will be, you basically, you follow the guide to do the labs by yourself. Okay, I'm here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me just walk you through a little bit more. I'm going to quit this for now. Yeah, by the way, the slides can be easily accessed. Let me copy the link to you here. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm going to share you this link. Where is the chat window? Let me find. So with that, you can easily let me copy the link. Where is the chat? I didn't see. Oh, anyway, let me copy here. So yeah, the QR code might be a little bit. So if I share here, if I share the QR code, you can find the whole slides. Okay, you can take a screenshot. You can or scan the QR code. You can find the whole slides. What I was talking about here is the last slides with the 4 QR code. It is also link. If you access the slides, you can click the link. You can click the link easily. You can find it. So for example, the first one not really directly related to the AI, but it's very important, very good for you to learn the basics about it's the beginner level introduction to generative AI. Some of the information listed here, like you can say, what is a large language model? What the prompt design looks like? Yeah, I highly recommend, if you haven't done this, you should find some time to complete the basic learning, the beginner introduction to generative AI from Google Cloud. Okay, the second one I'm going to show you. This is also very important. Let me show you the link. The link you can click or you can scan the QR code. Okay, I was a follow. I tried before, just before the meeting started. I tried some of the, let's say, I want to, for example, you want to follow along. Here is the prerequisites in what you will learn, basically to guide you to create a simple AI agent using the agent builder. So let me log into the Google Cloud. So what you can do is you can follow along. You can follow the lab guide list here. No, this one. Follow the lab guide list here, but very importantly, some of the names actually already changed. Okay, for example, so if you want to go to Vertex, so you guys can still see the QR code did not link to the slide. Oh no, it shouldn't be. So if you, okay, so which one you talk about it? No, you need to scan this QR code, okay? I show it again. So if I create a QR, you scan this QR code, you can find the whole slides. And then from the slides, you can click the link. No, it doesn't work. Is that Michael say it doesn't work? Let me figure out how to share the link in the chat. Just give me 1 second. How come I didn't see the chat? Oh, I found the chat. Okay, let me copy the link to the chat. Okay, so now you got the slides. If you move to the almost the end of the slide, you can find the 4 QR code. That's the 4 labs. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it here to let you guys find the slides. We can access the slides. Otherwise, you want to be able to try the labs. Now it's okay. Okay. So I saw Michael say it's okay now. That's great. Okay. So as I said, we want still 1 hour to go. So most of the labs only requires about 1 hour or even less. So the main problem is I doubt the majority of these actually the UI already changed, the name already changed. So what I'm going to show you is the second one, build the AI agent with Vertex AI agent builder. So if I go here, you can see from all the Vertex AI, and you can see the agent designer. Okay, there is no something called agent builder. That's the older name. So you just need to be aware of that. And then all the agent built under the agent builder, you can see agent designer. That's the one it was referred to. And then the agent garden, let me click into this. So it basically gives you the campus. If you don't have the Vertex AI API enabled the first time, you need to enable the API. So because I create a new different project. So think about it, I'm a first time to use this. So it will ask you to enable the API. So are you guys able to follow along?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That's good. So once you enable the Vertex AI API, you should be able to click the agent designer. It will bring you a canvas like this. Now you can use this agent designer to create the agent. This side, I leave you guys to play around. Well, I want to just walk you through a very, very simple example here, okay? So for example, here, you can give a name, say, whatever you want to say, my UTM agent. And you can give it a description. So the description is in a multi-agent system, it is super useful, basically to allow other agents to know, to dedicate the task to this agent. In a single agent system, you don't need the description. It's completely optional. So for example, you might want to allow, let's say this agent was used to be assistant, UTM news, let's say newly onboarded entered students. They don't know where to go. You want to build something to assist the new students, where to go. They might want to ask questions, where to find the library, for example. So the instruction is to provide you are a senior UTM student. Your job is to assist the rest to answer the questions. Okay? I hope you understand the so the difference. I want to say it again. The description is for other agent to know what you are doing. So the instruction is for this particular agent what you are going to do. You might want to be say the instruction. I want to instruct the agent as a math tutor or English tutor. Okay, the instruction is to tell other agents in a multi-agent system. This is the agent that can answer the questions for you. So in a multi-agent system, you want to route different tasks to different agents. That's where the description is very important. Okay, so I want to show you a little bit more here is what you can do is by default, you already have the Google search, the URL link added here. Let me actually, yeah, because I'm looking at the second screen, let me move this around. So move to the bottom a little bit. You can see that you can decide which model you're going to use. The latest one, you can see the 2.5 Flash. You can see the 2.5 Flash Pro and also Gemini 3 Pro in preview. So that's where you can choose different model. Very important, the Flash, typically it's faster and it's lower cost. The Pro is more advanced, complex tasks, and also cost you more tokens, cost you more money, okay? Oops. So this is a canvas, you only build one. If you want to add another agent, pretty simple. You just add another agent. You decide you got a root agent, you might have a multiple sub-agent. So now let me show you. And if I'm, oh sorry, if I move, like this. Okay, I'll make it too small. Okay. So that's right now we build two agents here. So the next is the tools. With the agents to work, you need to have the model, the large language model. You need to have the, think about it, that's the brain, okay? How it works, you need to have the tools. You need to have the tools. What tools we have? We already have the Google search. We already have the URL. By default, it's already enabled. Well, what you can do is you can also use the MCP. So you need to define the MCP. First, for example, when you add MCP, you need to have the display name, you need to have the endpoint URL, etc. So very commonly, you might want to use the Vertex AI search data store. The Vertex AI search data store is where you define when something wasn't available from or wasn't available from the large language model. It's like the RAG, the retrieval augmented generation. You can bring your own data to allow the agent to find the correct, most accurate information. Okay, so when you define the data store, you need to define the project ID, your location. Collection ID actually should be default collection, which is also changed from a previous version. The data store ID, let me show you where is the data store ID. Let me open new tab. So this, the UI, they changed a lot. Yeah, I can't find the stuff basically. Yeah, it's under the AI applications. It's not, if you search data store, it will bring you to the file store, file-based data store, which is wrong. So it is actually under the AI applications. I press, command, click, it will open a new tab. So from here, you can see, you can create your AI application. Or this is, you can also play around from here. You want to create an AI application. So forget about what we talk about the AI agent. That's where we create an agent. But the agent, if you want to use the real customer, your own data, that's where from the data store, you define your own data, okay? So how to create a data store? I'm going to quickly to show you how to create a data store. So where are your data, basically? So you can point to say, my data is from the website. Example, I was talking about earlier, my UTM agent can help me find the most relevant information from our website, from a UTM website. So that's where you can put the information here, star utm.my. So by providing these, basically you're telling the large language model, if you can't find the information, go check the link, the data which I provided. Does that make sense? And then you give the data store name. Let's say make it a smaller case, UTM web store, website store. Okay. Now you will see the ID listed here, and then you create. You give you two different pricing model. And once you create it, you should be able to see the data store created here, the ID. The ID is where you need this ID to be added to the Vertex AI, the agent designer, okay? So for example, here, if I want to be able to answer the questions correctly from all the real data, that's where you can define, say, I want to add a data store. My data store ID is here, my project ID, you need a copy from here, find the correct project ID. And then you can leave as a global. It just has to be matched. If you choose here, US, about the others, when you define the data, you choose EU, it doesn't work, okay? The collection ID default score collection. That's how, but you also need to grant the permissions. You follow the guide, click here to grant the permissions to be able to read, okay? So now if you want to preview, you can ask questions here. I leave you guys to play around. But right now, what we define here, this agent will be able to ask you leverage the Google search, leverage the website URL we added from my university, okay? If you want to try something, let's say, where is the location of UTM? Actually, I should add something here. So you are so by giving the instruction, basically you're telling the agent what to do. I don't know if this will cause any problem. Let me remove this extra agent for now. Where to delete this agent? Either icon. Okay, I haven't figured out where to delete it. Yeah, but anyway, let's give it a try. Yeah, where is the location of UTM? So, yeah, that's a very simple agent we created using the agent designer. So you give you the wrong information. Yeah, so you need to make it clearly mentioned here, say university. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by giving this instruction, it should give you the correct answer. Yeah. So now if you ask again, it should give you the correct answer. Yeah. And also it will show you how, if it requires, it also show you is that my Google search or my Vertex AI search. Okay, that's about the very simple agent designer to build your first AI agent. But lots of stuff you need to play around. I'm also learning, to be honest. Yeah, lots of stuff we need to learn. The agent garden makes life a lot easier. So why? Because it's pre-built. You already have the samples built in. You can easily to leverage these to customized for your own use. Okay, so the one which I showed you earlier is like you build it from scratch using the no code or low code method. You use the canvas to create. So some of the example, you can have a look, you can play around, by yourself. For example, you want to have a travel concierge. So you can deploy, you can open the agent using Firebase Studio or use GitHub. Yeah, this is the diagram looks like. I think you should be able to make the zoom a little bit bigger. So you got the root agent, you got the inspiration agent, you got a planning agent, you got a booking agent. All of these can work together to help you to provide it, to execute the jobs. And if you want to look at the details, if you open from a GitHub, you can find all the details. Okay. So what's the travel concierge looks like? Your agent details. It's a multi-agent system, and the architecture looks like lots of stuff. And let me come back to the console where it is. So there is another thing, it's called the agent engine. Once you build the agent, you need to deploy. Where to deploy? That's the agent engine. It's a serverless, service. Makes you deploy easier. You don't have to manage the infra. Okay. Let me come back to the. So the rest of the time, pretty much I want to leave it to you guys to try by yourself. And you can play around, use the UI, or if you want to try, use the SDK. That's another one option. Build your first agent with the SDK. So it is also from Google Skills. This one, it's not it's not the advanced. I would say I was expecting you can have a code labs or like a typical Google Skills, but it actually give you the PDF document. You need to follow along with the document. It gives you step by step how to verify your Python installation, and then you verify your ADK. You need to install your ADK. This one looks quite hard. Let me use my own. Where? Okay. Okay, so let me zoom a little bit. Or too small. That is too small. So it gives you step by step how to build the agent user ADK. So if you like to use the command line, this is the one you can try. It will require Python 3.11. And then you install you create a folder, and followed by you install you create a virtual environment first, okay? Use the Python virtual environment, then you install the Google ADK. So once you install this, you can run ADK version, you can check your version, and then you just follow along how to, where to get the API key, because you need to talk to the large language model, and then how to create your first agent project. So just one command basically, ADK create my first agent, and then you just follow the prompt to complete your tasks. So this is actually in total probably how many? In total 5 or 6 or maybe 7. Yeah, you just follow along. Also, after each one of these, you got a quiz. Not every one of these, but most of these, you got a quiz to test your learning of the ADK, how to use the ADK to build your agent. So it's up to you guys which one you want to choose. You can play around with the agent builder, or you can play around use the ADK. And the last but not least, you can also follow this one. This is also Google Skills. It basically allow you to, it's a lab based to build and deploy the agent with the agent engine, okay? If it works, okay? Yeah, because lots of the UI changes, also the backend changes, the lab when was created, even a few months ago, maybe, you know, the UI already changed a lot, okay? I think pretty much from my side, that's all I want to talk about. And if you didn't get the $5 QR code, this is a $5 QR code again. And also, I included our GitHub repository. I included 2 of the very important repository from our GitHub page. Yeah, by the way, this is our Cuba Smart and AI user group. You can follow our community. You can find all the links here, and the GitHub repos you can explore as well. 2 of these, I forked to my GitHub repository. Makes me easier to remember. The Gen AI. If you want to learn a little bit more about the Google generative AI, lots of the GitHub repository materials here, you can follow along to learn the latest. You want to try introduction to Gemini 3.1 Pro, and you want to try different stuff, audio, vision, etc. Yeah, and the other one is the ADK samples. The ADK samples, that's the one I showed you guys earlier. And you got lots of the samples, either written using Java, Go, or Python. And you can follow these samples. Actually, it's already pre-built some of the open source agents you can leverage. Any questions? I think there's time.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you previously said that if you use to build an agent, either use an agent builder or we use the generative AI, I believe. So is it a web-based or can it be applied to mobile application as well?
Can you apply to your web app? No, so the agent, but pretty much it's how you're going to build these. So it can be used for your web application, it can be used for your mobile applications, or it can be integrated with any one of the application you want to use. But how you're going to build it might be different. If you know more integration, more command line driven, you might want to use the Python code or Java code to integrate. From the UI, you probably have from the agent designer, you might have limited options.
Okay. So I can build an agent and then I link it or integrate it with my mobile app or web app, right?
Yes, you complete the agent and then you can integrate. So remember I mentioned earlier, by default, you already have all of these integrations. So that's where you can, I think it's over here. Oh, the next one. So that's where the agent engine here. So pre-built enterprise connectors. You already have these all 100 plus, all connected to allow you to integrate with your existing system. And also including web application or mobile application.
It works as the same concept as working with APIs. It has a similar concept, right? An API is an already built application, and you just link it or call it in your specific application.
Oh yes, you are right. Yeah, if you follow along this one, where I was talking about, yeah. This is a document to show you. So when you use the ADK, you can run as a web application. You can run as an interactive command line for you to troubleshooting, to testing But when you actually provided the service, it can be run as an API, REST API, can be easily integrated with your web application or mobile application.
So in essentially your AI agent is a RESTful API, right?
I mean, when you, so let me show you this here. Let me show you the other documentation here. So you define your, first of all, you set up, and then you define your agent, and then you transform your agent. 3 deployment methods. Yeah, this is a document. This is a lab to show you how to deploy and also highlight how to integrate. So the method 1 is terminal execution with ADK run. That's the command line interactive one. And then ADK web, it's a web interface. Let me see if there is a picture here. Oh no. Yeah, the second one is you can run as an ADK API server. It will become an API backend to easily to integrate. Okay. So I suggest, so for example, if you're running as an API server, you can use a crawl to, to query, to find, ask questions, including your message like this. So I reckon number 3 is you can programmatically execute with Python or other languages if supported.
So it depends on how you want to integrate or deploy your AI agent. You use the specified method for it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So Google provided you multiple options. You decide which one is better for your use case.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, we still got like more than 30 minutes time. I recommend if you want to do the ADK, this one is pretty good to give you some idea how it looks like and how it works. Do you guys want to try this one? I can show you. Let me show you. So the easy way is you can use the Cloud Shell. You just need to have the document. Let me bring my document here. Just give me a second. I need to find my document. Which one is the first one? Okay, so if you got your document, so that's the first one. I'm going to log into the Cloud Shell. So with the ADK to create an agent, also pretty simple. Where did I go? Okay, so the document I showed you earlier. Oh, I went lost. Yeah, you just follow along the first one, setup. So I'm going to open in my separate window. Now I can run through from here. Okay. So I got my agent is running here. Yeah, let me walk you through. Just give me 1 second. I need to move this window a little bit to be able to see this. Okay, so the first step you need, let me jump from the top. So first of all, it asks you need to verify your Python version. So I'm running 3.12, it requires 3.11. So I'm all good, and that's step 1. If you open up the first document I shared, shared earlier, that's the steps you need to follow along. Okay. Can you guys follow? Yeah, follow me on this. And if you miss, I can wait. So now the next step is ask you to create the folder. I should already create it, so it doesn't allow me to create it again. And then you change it to the directory ADK workspace. And the next step is you run a command called, you create a Python virtual environment. Okay. So you create a Python virtual environment here. And now all you need to do is you need to run the, oops, does that work? Yeah, it works. And now you need to run source activate the Python environment. And the next step, so once you install the Python, you create the folder. Now we need to install that's step 4. Step 4, we're going to install the ADK. Install Google ADK. So basically just one command, pip install the ADK. Or this might take a few minutes. Oh, I think, yeah, probably because I already installed. So once you install it, you can say ADK -- version. You can find your ADK version. That's 1.20 something already. Why it's so slow? Yeah, it's 1.25.1. So that means we already installed the ADK. So once you install the next one is next step is you need to get the API key. Where to get the API key? There are 2 options. One is by the Google Cloud Vertex AI for production system typically. For the testing, recommended for the loading, you just go to your AI Studio. You just type aistudio.google.com. And then from here, you can click get the API keys. So once you click here, you can create a new key. And then you copy the key. So you need to copy the key because it requires you to paste the key, the next step. So you got the API key. And now, how to create the agent via ADK? Just one command, ADK create my first agent. I actually already created the first one. Let me create the second one. So let's say my second agent. So that's how you create the agents using the ADK. It will ask you to choose which model you're going to use. You can, if you choose one by default, that's the Gemini 2.5 Flash. And now it asks you how you're going to authenticate. You can choose Google or you can choose Vertex AI. Choose Google, that's where you get the API key from here, okay? So press enter, it will ask the API key. I already saved the API key. So once you've done all of these, I cancel this. It will basically create something. There is a folder, my second. Oh no, you didn't create it yet. I still need to copy the API key. Yeah, let me complete the step. Actually, yeah, I can easily show you my first one. Okay. So if I go to the first agent folder, you can see what files was created. You can see the init file. You can see the agent.py file. So basically, you can see there is an import agent from a google.adk. Can you guys see clearly? So from a Google ADK agent, LLM agent, import agent, and then specify your root agent model, 2.5 Flash, your name. So I specify the name as a math tutor agent. The description is help students learn algebra by guiding them through problem-solving steps. And then you got the instruction. You are patient math tutor, help students with algebra problems. Okay, we already created the agent. Once you create the agent, by the way, your API key is actually stored in the .environment file. You should not push to the public repository. You should add the .env file to the git.ignore file, okay? So now what you can do is how to run the agent. Part of the steps, we already inputted the API keys. It's already being stored at .environment file, so you don't have to do anything. Now, how to verify if my agent is actually running? So all you need to do is ADK web. So once you run the ADK web, it will provide you a URL to the bottom. So you can click this link, it will open a web browser. So that's where what your agent looks like. Oh, actually, my mistake. Let me close this one. I actually need to run this from the parent folder, ADK web, my first agent. Okay. Otherwise, you will see the error. You can't find the agent. So now I open the browser. Why it says no agent found in the current folder? I think that's the error. Did I run in the correct folder? Yes, I think. ADK web. Let's try again. Yeah, now you can see. So you can choose your first agent, my first agent. This is what the agent looks like. So remember what instructions were given. You're a math, tutor. So let's say ask a question, what 2x times 5 equal 13. And then the math tutor will give you the math tutor is very much patient. It give you the message, do you remember, basically to guide you how to solve the problems, okay? So that's the very simple, agent you created from the ADK. But if you want to create a multi-agent, you just change the agent.py file. And also you can find from the UI, you can find the state, you can find the artifacts, you can find the details, the session details, etc. Okay. And if you got multiple agents, you can choose different agents to say. And how to run the agent I mentioned earlier. So not only you can run from the web, you can also run ADK run. So if you run ADK run, you need to add the folder name. I mean the agent name, and then it will running as a command line interactive. You can ask the same question or different question. What is QX plus 5 equals 13? Yeah, you expect to see some similar prompts. Okay, and the other way to run is you can run ADK API server, and also you need to give the agent name. So in this case, it will be running as an API server. So you need to use the core to access, to visit, to ask, to provide the questions there. I hope you guys can follow along. Yeah, as long as you follow the documentation, you should be able to, complete all these tasks. Not this one. I always confuse this one.
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got questions because what I see that you share, they have 4 different QR codes, and from there will be a material we need to go through. So my question is, we need to go through all these 4 QRs materials in order to build our first agent. So then only consider we finish our day 2 lesson. Is it?
No,
Means our day 3 lesson will be on this Friday.
okay. So I put together here is all the related or relevant hands-on labs. You don't have to do all of these, but if you want to learn the first one, Introduction to Generative AI, it's very good, basic one, very good one. If you haven't done, you should complete that one. If you just want to create the agent, the following 3, except the first one, all can be done via the agent builder or via the ADK. The last one is to give you the whole build and deploy agent using the agent engine. So the middle 2 only is to tell you how to build an agent, create an agent, but doesn't tell you how to deploy to run with the agent engine. The last one will tell you that more. Okay. Depends on your interest, depends on your time. Feel free to complete all of these, but also be aware that the UI change might something might be wrong. We don't know, yeah, because the AI changes so fast. The labs created earlier might not working. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned because while troubleshooting it takes time, and we have about 2 days before step into day 3 lessons.
Yeah.
The most time consuming is the troubleshooting time.
Correct. Yeah. Even with the AI, Gemini, you ask Gemini, I tried which one? I think I tried probably not listed here. I tried something else. Yeah, it keeps giving me error. I copy the error message to Gemini. Gemini also can't figure out what went wrong. Yeah, because it moves too fast. Yeah. Now already 3.1 Pro released. So give it a try, but anyway, it's a good learning for you anyway. So
Yeah.
play
Okay, so
around.
I have the other question.
Yeah.
The question is, my Google Cloud account, I have 2 credit accounts. One is from the $5 that share, and the other one is my personal purchase credit accounts. And I don't know when I start any projects, which credit account will be used.
Okay.
I'm worried you use my own purchase account.
Yeah, you don't want to use your own account. Yeah, I show you where it is. Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, I also, so if you go to the navigation bar and go to billing, and from here you should be able to see your billing account. You click your manage billing account, and once you click your manage billing account, you can see your project. So not the first one, you click the second one, show your projects. And you can see which projects are using which billing account. Okay, for example, list here, and then the name you can change, you can update. Otherwise, it's confuse you. Yeah, you might see all similar. So I renamed my paid account. I got a few projects using the paid account. The rest of these, all these are trial account. They got $5 of each. So if you're not sure, you just figure out your project, and then you can find the billing account, and then you can change it to a different billing account. And if you want to verify if your project use which billing account, that's where from the billing account here. So from the billing account, let's say I choose the first one. That's May 21st expire, okay? And once you're here, you can verify from credits. You can find what are the credits you have, okay? So for example, the $5 expires on May 21st. Okay.
Oh yeah, sir. Can I ask the Gen 8 app builders? I have that even by the Google Cloud the first row. Gen app builders the first row. This is second row, right? Any service on this building accounts, and this is the point. Yeah,
You're
the
talking about
$1,000 one.
You're
Yeah,
talking
this
about
one trial. Yes.
I don't know where I got this. Probably everyone got this. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I was given this by Google Cloud $1,000, but when I tried to use some applications in the Google Cloud like VO3, it didn't deduct from here. It charged my building account.
Okay, so this is there is a scoop. So for example, this probably only allowed to use the Gen app builder. There is a restriction. The other option, the other thing is if you did not choose the right project associated with your billing account, that might be the case. So
just like what you show, we
yes,
need to manage the billing accounts from the change billing, right?
correct. You need to make sure your project are using the billing account you want to use.
Okay,
Yeah, otherwise,
thanks.
yeah. Okay. I think the rest of the time you guys can either complete the labs, try, or if you have questions, I'm happy to help answer. Otherwise, we can wrap up earlier. Samuel, yeah, what do you think? And feel free to support us joining our community.
Thank you so much, sir, for today's session. I hope that everybody was able to have a good demo. So just now, Mr. Yong shared some of the skills, right? So it will help you to learn a bit more detail with some PDF documentations that, okay, this is much more steps how you can, build your first AI agent. So feel free to use those steps and try out. And today's task will be mostly whatever process Mr. Yong did. And additionally, try to check out the skills, Google skills, how to build your first AI agent one, and try to align, play around, and make your own version of anything, and make sure that take a screenshot of today's session also, the thing you did, and put on social media and on the LinkedIn, and also make sure to tag Mr. Yong also, and also our GDG on campus UTM and GDG Georgetown. Anybody have any question? Maybe we can take one question. Previously somebody asked, I think.
I have a question. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The screenshot of the agent, would it be the building of the agent, or after deployment, the chat between the agents that we have to screenshot and post it on LinkedIn?
I did not get the question correctly. So are you saying the recording?
Oh, it's daily tasks, sir. Like we put a daily task for everyone. So it's just like going through the process, whatever Mr. Yong did, and try to explore around, add more things, and try to whatever you did or built, try to post it on LinkedIn.
So the agent that we build, let's say we build an agent, but we have not deployed yet or couldn't deploy it yet, but based on what we built,
Yes.
we screenshot it and then post it on LinkedIn. Is that okay?
Yes.
Samuel, in case if you miss any session, so now I was joined initial stage of the session, then I was, I wait for another meeting, so again I joined. So meanwhile he has completed the session. So in case if you're posting any screenshots, so we can get it from the recording and post it. Or
No, recording is not allowed. If you join, then
Okay.
physically only.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So,
Uh,
will you be sharing the recordings today?
yes. We will
Okay.
sharing most likely tonight or after. Depends on how long it take to process. Then
Okay.
by tomorrow also can. Yeah. Before we go, can you everyone open their camera? We take a small screen, like screenshot.
Samuel, I mean, after you screenshot it, can you send it to our Telegram group?
Okay, sure, definitely. We will share it. Okay, so we do our regular GDG sign. This one. So thank you so much once again for everyone for joining today and make our session possible. And also thank really grateful to Mr. Young for today's session. Okay, so
My
how
pleasure.
can take help taking a screenshot? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, done is it? Okay, thank you so much, guys. Sorry, I mean, really sorry because we cannot reschedule the thing because we need to set out the timeline actually more than 1 or 2 months ago. And yeah, so and all the Google developer expert they have their own personal time, personal thing. We're grateful that they were able to give us some time out of their busy schedule, and also Mr. Ryong is currently having a lot of thing, and I'm really happy that we were able to like have him with us. So thank you so much everyone for joining and have a good day. Yeah, best of luck.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank
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 you.
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 Selamat
Bye.
bertutur.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Samuel, for having me. Yeah, very much
Thank you so
appreciated.
much, sir.
You.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.